See what we get.
Hope it's good. Come on. Gotcha.
Very good. There we have D joined. Looks like we're just starting to have some people pop on. We'll see how many we get today. Hello, I see everyone starting to pop on here. Hi, so glad to see everyone. I was just telling Dee I wasn't sure how many people we were gonna get. I haven't been live in a while and I didn't advertise it, so good morning, good morning. So good to see everyone today. I haven't been live in a while. Aw, thank you, Jess. She said, gosh, I missed you. It was so sweet. I was noticing yesterday on some of my, oh, I'm glad you got notified right away. I was just telling Dee that TikTok actually sent me an email the other day saying, hey, you haven't gone live in a while, you might want to go live. And when you don't go live, it really hurts your algorithm. Like you can tell my videos aren't being pushed. You can tell, you know, I'll be surprised how many people get notified about this live. No, Mr. Bossman is not here. We have Dee today. There's Dee. Dee's helping me moderate. When I go live in the morning, thank y'all. Y'all are so sweet. I did have, you know, I had some health news that kind of set me back. And whenever you have health news and you can't bring it the way you're used to bringing it, I did not feel like being in public. So I did what I had to do to keep my business going, doing my appointments. I had a lot of events here locally that I had to push through, which of course went well. But yeah, I just didn't think I could bring it. Thank you, Jen. All right, let's do some cards. Let's start us out with some cards this morning. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Jen, for sharing my live. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah's so sweet. She says she missed me, but Sarah saw me last night. In the Divine Collective, we did some card reading. All right, let's see. Okay, this is for Jen. Let's see what we got for you, Jen. So let's stop right there. All right. Let's see, let's see. You know what? I should use one of the decks I was using last night. It was an Oracle deck. It was kind of fun. Okay. The first card I have for you, Jen, is the Queen of Cups. Cups is about relationships, and Queen is really about finding, and again, you tap into cards intuitively. For you, Jen, this is really about stepping into your feminine power. You're just starting to get your groove here on this planet when it comes to holding your own, what you're here for. Moon is about all that intuitive ability and really sitting with your feminine divine. And next we have the Six of Pentacles. Pentacles is usually about your physical reality or a job. And Six is about turning to a state of harmony and balance. So you are really starting to bring some harmony and balance back into your life. And you're doing that by leaning on a male figure in your life. Again, these cards can mean different things according to who you're tapping into. You read cards intuitively. And so, Jen, you're starting to get your balance back really by leaning on there's a male figure in your life. Thank you, Miss Jen. I think I'm going to grab that. Do I have it close by? Oh, there it is. My Oracle deck I was playing with last night in the Divine Collective. We're going to play with that some. I appreciate y'all so much. I thank y'all. You know, yes, I haven't been live in almost a month. I was just seeing, I had some health news that set me back. Cancer is starting to be on the move again, so I've been doing some hardcore healing, put some new stuff into my regimen. I have scans and my tumor markers just skyrocketed. I mean, even before, so when it went metastatic, which means when your cancer goes metastatic, it means it leaves its original place of origin. Mine was in my breast, and then it moved to my spine and liver. They had been very docile for a while, then all of a sudden they started, like you could see some activity, and then I haven't had scans since my tumor markers just skyrocketed, and those are on Friday. So thank you. I'll take those healing prayers. Oh my goodness. Yes. So Jewel said, sending healing prayers. Sister-in-law was just diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So, there's things I've learned that cancer is the worst. Yeah. I know. Wasn't sure if I was going to pronounce your name, Tania. She says, I'm sorry to hear that you look amazing. Not that I want to look awful, but that is part of the annoying part, is I feel so amazing. I feel better now than I did before cancer, because I just completely changed my diet. I meditate more, doing all these things. So not that I want to look terrible, I did radiation. I had my max on radiation. They don't tend to do radiation when your cancer has metastasized unless it's causing you pain. And the reason they don't is because then it's just playing like whack-a-mole in your body with cancer, with tumors. So I'll be very interested to see what the ones on Friday say. Okay, so let's see here. We are pulling, this next card is going to be from a spell casting oracle cards, is what they're called. So the difference between the original deck, which is Tarot, and Oracle is the Tarot deck is based on the original Rider-Waite deck. It is, and it has the two sections. It has the minor arcana and the major arcana, and then the minor arcana is then broken into 4 suits: cups, swords, wands, and pentacles. Now, Oracle decks are more about, so if you've ever taken an intro to mediumship class with me, you'll know this, but some of the history of psychic mediumship is back in the day in Egypt. They would find it might have been, every once in a while, it might have been a man, I don't know about it. All I know is it was women that they called the Oracle of Delphi or Delphi. And it would be very intuitive women, and that's who they would get their wisdom from. That's where they would get their answers. So Oracle decks are about just getting answers, and it's based on whoever puts them out. I was going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if I put one out one day. All right. All right. I was going up here to see who else has shared my live. Okay, Miss Jaylene shared my live. Jaylene, this card is for you. You think about them. And getting a phone call if y'all hear that noise in the background. All right, Miss Jaylene. The card I got for you is career. So when I tap into this career card, I'm feeling that you haven't hit your groove quite yet with your career. I'm feeling that there is some obstacles in your way, and when I ask what the obstacles are, you're not valued. Where you're working right now, you are not valued for what you bring to the table. I'm also hearing that you need to start putting an energetic vibration out where you are attracting a new job. You need to start a new path for yourself. This new path, I see you learning something new. It's something that you have not been exposed to. It's taking the basis of what your skill set is, but then you're adding to it and heading in a new direction. So make sure you're keeping your eye open for that, and you're not just discounting, because I see sometimes you'll have opportunities come your way that you just discount because you don't give yourself enough credit. You're actually extremely intelligent, and you catch on right away. So keep your eye open, Jaylene. I'm hearing that you're being called to start a new path, and that new path is going to require some education on your part, or training. Let's say training, because sometimes when I say education, people are like, I want to go back to college. Let's say training. All right, thank you, Jaylene. We're going to do a couple more cards, and then we are going to head into Spirit Land. All right, let's see. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. This reading is going to be for Gemma. So let's see what we got, Miss Gemma. Oh, all right. I was like, there for a second, the energy was sticking already. I was like, what? But no, they're loosened up. All right. Okay, Miss Gemma. Well-being. So when I tap into this card, I really hear, Miss Gemma, that like physically you take care of yourself, but you really need to start I'm sorry, I had gotten the text that popped across my iPad. I was like, what? You really need to start taking care of yourself, mind, body, soul. I hear that you do a good job of taking care of your body. but emotionally, mentally, you absorb a lot that is going on around you. And especially when we're in this chaotic time in our country right now, and you are a sponge like you are, you really have to be careful about how much you're exposing yourself to when it comes to TV and news and friends. You have some friends that are very passionate around you. And sometimes we need to just kind of not distance ourselves, but limit how much of their stuff we take on. So this was really about your well-being, and not just about your physical well-being, Gemma. I hear that you do a good job with your physical well-being. It's about taking care of your mind and your spirit, your mental energy, your emotional energy, and make sure that you are not taking on the chaos that is around you, because you have some very passionate friends around you. All right, thank you, Miss Gemma. I'm sorry, I was just checking the spirit to see if it was time to switch over. They're saying no. Okay, let's do a couple more. Let's do a couple more. You're welcome, Gemma. This is for Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany, for sharing my live. I so appreciate you. Thank you. I see that. I must have gotten, y'all see that? I just noticed that. I didn't notice it when I was doing it this morning. I'm gonna have to fix that because that's gonna make me crazy. I got mascara apparently right here. Don't y'all love that? Me sharing my look. I made a mistake with my makeup. There's some mascara right there. Okay, this is for Tiffany. Miss Tiffany, let's see what we have here. Oh, I didn't even think about it, but I instinctively grabbed my tarot, so that must have been meant for you. All right, so the first card I have for you, Miss Tiffany, is the Nine of Cups. Cups is about relationships. It could be in emotions. It could be a marital partnership, or it could be relationships with friends. And the 9 is really about the cumulative past events. So I'm hearing that you're being triggered, and again, you read these intuitively. I'm hearing that you're being triggered by some past events, Miss Tiffany, like some people are doing, I don't even know that you recognize it. So pay attention when you have an unrealistic emotional outburst towards someone, or someone just sets you off. Are they triggering you? Because I'm feeling that you're being triggered by something that happened in your past. The next is the Queen of Swords. So you really want to make sure that you are taking control of your mind and your thoughts when it comes to those triggering moments. You're taking a step back, taking a deep breath, and deciding, am I reacting to what this person is saying, or is there something deeper going on here? You're being called to start a new path when it comes to your thoughts and beliefs and subconscious. And something has happened lately that is calling you to stand up, to take a stand with what's going on around you, to really stand in your divine feminine when it comes to your physical reality on this planet. I'm seeing that you have some very firm beliefs, but it sounds like you're probably a lot like me. I'm just like, whatever, I have my belief system, but I'm not going to push it in other people's faces. Which I never think we should do that, but sometimes I'm wondering if we are not taking the path of least resistance to a fault of those around us. Does that make sense? Meaning that you need to start standing in your wisdom, honey. You need to start voicing your opinion and really not be in people's faces, not be mean about it, but make sure that you are voicing your opinion, having yourself heard. Because you feel like you're a lot like me. People will start going off around me. I'm like, ugh, whatever. All right, thank you, honey. Let's see. Okay. There's a gentleman stepping up, and he's doing this. We're going to do one more card read, and then we're going to pop over to Spirit Led. All right. Let's see. All right, this is for Holly. Thank you for the rose, Miss Holly. Let's see what we have here. I have so much on my little area here. I'm running out of space. Okay. The first card I'm getting is the Three of Pentacles for you. This is for Holly. The 3 in any of the suits is about the power of 3. Let me decline that. I love that when people ask to go live and you have no idea who they are. Okay, it's about the power of 3 coming together when it comes to, I'm hearing this is related to your job, how people perceive you. You've really had to defend who you are recently. It's time for you to put that behind you. You've defended yourself. You've said your piece. It's time to let it go. Those people are going to believe what they want to believe. It's time for you to start a new path and bring those people with you who are supporting you. I'm not saying that you need to cut everyone off in your life, but this is a clear indication that you need teamwork. You need to be grounded with the powers around you, people who really support you. You've had to defend yourself, and there are some people who aren't believing it, and that's okay. They can believe what they want to believe. It's time for you to start a new path and leave them behind and bring the people with you who are supporting you. All right. Sorry, I hit y'all. Yep, there's my bookshelf. Lovely, isn't it? I did just straighten it out the other day. Okay, so we're going to head into Spirit Led, but let me put these cards away because I have a whole hot mess going on here. Put those away, put these in the box, and then we're going to tap into this gentleman who is standing here ever so patiently. I keep hitting y'all. That must mean something. All right, because I never do that hardly. All right, this gentleman is, he has like a dad energy to him. I'm hearing the name Anthony or Tony around him. He is showing me that he was someone who was used to being in charge. Okay. He's like, mentioned my height. Okay, how tall are you? He was tall. He wants his height mentioned. Not overly tall. He was about 6 foot. He's taking exception to that. So he's saying it in a way, it was a joke in his family. So he's showing me that he was about 6 foot tall, but there was also, I'm feeling that there were several people in his family that were all about the same height. But there was always a joke, like people standing on their tiptoes and not, like there was just this, I'm taller, no, I'm tall. And all these people were then, half an inch to an inch of each other. And he's saying in a joking manner. So he was about 6 foot tall, but there was a going joke in his family that who was the tallest. He is, I'm hearing the name Tony or Anthony around him. He is showing me coming from a very strong Catholic family. And it was one of these, not they didn't love their religion, but it was also this Catholicism was so ingrained in their family. There really wasn't a question about what religion you were going to be. You just did it. It was like one of those boxes that were checked. You did your deal. You went to, I don't know what it's called, but he shows me when the young boys go and they, what is that, catechism or something? Anyway, y'all can tell I'm not Catholic, Protestant here. He's also showing me he wore a uniform to work. He was like a police officer or a firefighter, something like that. He was either a police officer or a firefighter. I'm actually seeing more of a firefighter. Communion. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Stella. Okay, so it looks like Stella is claiming this. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the feed, and I did not notice that you had claimed it. Sorry, I was just reading away. I'm sorry, had you seen that, Dee? That she had claimed it?
I saw it, but I thought we did.
Okay, I just asked Stella to go live.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Okay, so now, who did you think this was?
Well, I thought it was my dad. His name was Anthony, called Tony.
Very good.
Very religious, but what didn't make sense was like the police officer, firefighter.
Okay, did he wear some kind of uniform to work?
I don't know.
What'd your dad do?
From what I know, he was a taxi driver.
Was he in New York?
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay, very good. He was showing me a skyline, and I wasn't sure if it was, it looked like a New York skyline. So does the Chicago skyline kind of, I don't know what either one of them look like. Do they kind of look alike?
Yeah, they say they're like the best two, the best two in America.
Okay, okay. Because I was like, if this is you, give me something else. Okay, so now who around your dad, Stella, wears a uniform?
I really don't know. He passed when I was like 6. So
Okay. Do you have someone around you who is alive, who is in the military or wears some type of uniform?
my brother-in-law is like he's at something, like it was something in the military branch.
Okay, so your brother-in-law is in the military.
Was.
Was. Right. Do you know, was he a cop in the military? You don't know?
I don't think so.
What did he do in the military?
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
No, that's okay. The reason I'm asking all these questions, normally I don't ask this many questions, but sometimes it happens whenever the spirit is showing me something and like Stella's like, I'm not sure. And so I'm just trying to get me to where he's taking me, and he's taking me to someone who wore a uniform to work. Now I wasn't sure because he was showing me a uniform, but he was showing me my husband's military uniform, but he was also showing me a policeman's uniform. So I thought, oh, maybe he was a police officer because they have security police, and the security police in the military wear a military uniform, but they are in a branch called security police. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense.
Okay, very good. Your dad is letting me know that he died suddenly, and that he also, okay, I'm not sure how much you know about your dad, but he is showing me that your dad liked to flirt with the ladies. Did you know that about him?
I didn't.
You did?
No, I didn't.
He loved beautiful people, and he loved his job because it allowed him to meet all these different people and kind of flirt with these people with no strings attached. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
Very good. He's also telling me, Stella, that you have. Okay, I know what he's showing me. He's showing me this ritual of you starting to step into your divine feminine by starting. Have you been trying to meditate?
Yeah.
He shows me you meditating, and I'm sorry, honey. He says you're having a hard time with it.
Yeah.
Try a guided meditation or walking. Like this morning, I was cramped for time, and so I did two different kinds of meditation. So one of them I did on the treadmill. So try a walking meditation. You know, I took it down slower than I normally do. So I was walking slower, but I had my headphones in with my eyes closed, holding on, and doing a meditation that way. He also says that you're expecting too much out of yourself when it comes to meditation, that you're sitting in it too long. So try just doing like 5-10 minutes to get yourself into it.
Okay.
He also says that he's the one who's been sending you the coins. I don't know if you've noticed the coins, because he says you're always in a hurry. Like you're always rushing and not paying attention to where you're stepping.
Yep, that makes sense.
So, start kind of slowing down, paying attention to your surroundings, practice some mindfulness, and your dad is saying he is sending you those coins. He also is saying that he is the one who's been waking you up at 2:15 at night.
Oh, wow.
Have you been being woken up at 2:15?
Yeah. Like I wake up all the time at night, in the middle all the time.
So whenever you wake up, just sit with yourself for a moment and ask Spirit, because that's a prime time to get information, because you're not quite awake yet, but you're also not asleep. You're at that beautiful trance time where you can get to you so easily. So just sit quietly for a moment and ask Spirit what they have to say to you.
Okay.
And last but not least, your dad is saying that he is, that you're on the right path. You've had some decisions to make lately, and he is saying you've made the right ones and you're on the right path.
Okay. That's good to know.
Thank
you so much. Thank you.
Bye. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. He was thanking me as he was walking away. That was the hold up. It's just like, thank you, thank you. I was like, you're welcome. All right. Oh, okay. I was like, why are people saying Anthony or Tony? That was this guy's name. Someone asked what his name was. Gotcha. Okay, very good. Yes, welcome. I'm so glad to see the new people here. I appreciate you. Okay, this next person stepping up is my mom energy. I'm sorry, she distracted me because she just was giving me a download. I'm hearing a B name around her. Betty or Bailey. Bailey doesn't sound right. Betty doesn't either. Maybe Bertha. It's like a B-E name. She is showing me that classic older lady. Oh, it could be Benny. That's not something I would have thought of. It could absolutely have been Benny. But let me describe her and we'll see who she belongs to. This lady always had something to say. She was talking. She was in a store. She was going to make friends with a checkout lady. Wherever she was a talker. She was showing me she would go to the doctor's office and she would know these ladies' stories. She would be asking about them. Oh, how's your child? How's your husband? She remembered things about people. And so they felt important to her because she remembered them. She's also showing me that she was a heavyset lady. And for whatever reason, she has shown this to me 3 times. So let me show. I don't know if y'all can see me. But so she's in a recliner and she's kind of sitting sideways in it and turning and talking to people. It's like people were trying to do things for her and she wanted to direct them. Not that she was being controlling, but she just wanted to be a part of it. She felt uncomfortable with people doing things for her. So when people would come over and do the cooking or do something around her house, she's like, don't forget, do this. And again, she wasn't doing it to be controlling. She didn't want to be left out. She was having a hard time. Now she is showing me this being around Thanksgiving time because as she's sitting in her recliner, kind of directing people and telling them, giving her input, she's watching the Macy's Day Parade. And she is saying it was such a tradition. Okay, so she's also showing me, cornbread dressing. I was like, at first I didn't get it. Because I thought she was showing me there was something, it does look like there's some kind of oysters or something in this cornbread dressing, but overall she's talking about cornbread dressing. And I was like, what other kind of dressing is there? Bread? No. Okay. Talking about her cornbread dressing. Okay. She is saying that sage is is what makes it. I'm not saying it's true. I'm telling you what she's saying. Okay, so let me recap this. Let's see if we can figure out who this lady belongs to. If she is yours, please put a yes in the comments. So Miss Tiffany, is your mom passed? Tiffany said that she was calling on her mom yesterday about cornbread dressing. Has your mom passed? Does this sound like her? Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, Miss Tiffany. It won't let me ask you to go live. So down at the bottom, you didn't remember the seasoning. Apparently, was it sage, Miss Tiffany? Because that's what she's saying. She's saying sage. Okay, Tiffany, down at the bottom where there's those 2 people and it says guest, request to go live with me. It won't let me request you. So request to go live with me and we'll get this reading on its way. Oh, Tiffany said yes, it was sage that she was missing. That is so cute. All right. Hi, Tiffany. Are you there? Can you hear her, Dee?
No,
All
I
right.
see her.
Are you there?
Hello?
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. I can
There
hear
she
you
is.
now.
Yes.
Where are you located, Miss Tiffany?
Oh my God, this is so excited. Hemet, California.
Ah, where is that? North, south?
By the IE, like by like Los Angeles.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. But of course, LA has so many little sub communities to them.
Yeah.
We can remember them all. I was just talking to a girlfriend of mine out there this morning actually I was talking to two friends of mine out there this morning, but one of them it was her birthday. All right, Miss Tiffany, so you were talking to your mom about you were calling on her, asking what you were missing in your dressing?
Yes, this is so funny. I was just in the grocery store yesterday and I couldn't remember the seasoning that she used in her cornbread dressing.
And did you remember it, or
I just ended up buying like three seasonings.
was one of them sage?
Yeah. Yes.
Apparently it was a sage. I love that. Your mom is telling me that she was there answering your question, but you were questioning yourself. Like you heard sage and you thought it was sage, but then you started questioning yourself.
That's so right. Oh my God, that's so right.
Yes. She's like, if she would just have trusted me, I was right there.
Oh my God.
That is so cute.
Oh my gosh.
Now, your mom is acknowledging that she doesn't understand how you can handle that Los Angeles traffic. Your mom was not about traffic. I don't know if you remembered that about her or knew that about her. But she shows me riding shotgun with you, like holding on for dear life. She's in spirit riding shotgun with you, holding on for dear life. And I don't know if you have a stick shift car or just something that it has a lot of pickup, but because she shows me doing this. Like,
Oh yeah. Cause I drive kind of fast. Maybe that's what she's talking about.
yeah, you do drive kind of fast. But you will like gun it because she is showing me that it will be like she'll be leaned back against her seat like you just took off really fast. But you don't mind it at all. You actually love the like the fast pacedness of it. You thrive on it. She also is showing me you riding with these big sunglasses on, and she is showing you have a sunroof in your car.
No.
Who has a sunroof in their car? She's showing me a sunroof.
I don't think I'm serious. No.
Are you seeing someone?
No. Oh, I have a husband. Yeah.
Does he have a sunroof?
No.
She's being very specific. So this is where I call, poor Tiffany, I'm sorry. When I get like this, it's like a dog with a bone. Because when spirit shows me something, I'm like, yeah, no, I know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a sunroof. So then I'm just like, okay, who the heck is she trying to get me to? It's someone who is alive, who she's trying to bring our attention to. It feels like it's actually a male who is close to you. So it's not your husband. Do you have a niece, a nephew, someone who is close to you that has a sunroof?
Yeah, I have 3 brothers. Yeah.
And does one of them have a sunroof?
I'm not sure.
Okay, very good. We're going to let that go, but your job is going to be, when we're finished with this, you're supposed to find out who has a sunroof and let me know, because it's about me being right.
Okay.
Now, Miss Tiffany, you work?
Yeah, part-time.
Have you been thinking about starting your own gig, doing something on your own part-time?
Not my own gig, but trying to be better financially. So trying to look for a job. Yeah.
She's showing me you doing something on your own and you working for yourself.
I would love that.
Okay, so let's break this down. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. I already now when people hear me say I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing, it means I know that there's going to be some pushback when I say it. You're a phenomenal cook.
Yes.
Yes. And not just a follow a recipe kind of cook. This girl can lay down some food.
Yeah. Everybody tell me, oh, you should do like a restaurant or something.
Yes, that's exactly where I was going, but I knew that you were going to give me some pushback. That's the reason I said, I know you're going to give me pushback. But she actually is showing me you starting more of like a catering business and a food truck. That's more where she is showing me you starting.
I've thought about doing a food truck.
It would be very successful. You have a phenomenal way of adding a lot of punch to your food. Like it has flavor. Like each bite, she is making my taste buds just burst.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So that there's some people in here saying, just do it, Tiffany, do it.
It's like I enjoy cooking, but I enjoy cooking for like people that I love because I see that they enjoy it. But everybody do tell me like, oh, you should open up a restaurant or you should do something.
You know what else you would love, Tiffany?
Yes.
Making all that money.
Yeah, true.
And yes, I agree that it would probably take a little bit of the fun out of just being able to do it at your own pace, but you would get out of it because you would get to feed the masses. Like my husband and I, like we've been complaining about that. We go out to eat and you spend all this money and it's like, I could have made it better at home.
Yeah, yeah.
People would come and see you.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm seeing you starting a food truck first because that's not as expensive and it would let you get your feet wet is what your mom showed me. She actually showed me she clairvoyantly showed me you're dipping your toe in the water with the food truck and then busting it out to business.
Wow. Amazing.
All right. Thank you, Miss Tiffany. We expect.
Thank you so much. I just want to say I appreciate you read me before and you're amazing. And you read me after my mom passed and that helped me so much with the grieving. So I want to say thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So that's one of the things you will notice if you ever hear me say something like, okay, I'm just telling you what the Spirit is saying or something like that, you will know that you're not going to completely agree with what the Spirit is saying. And there's always free will, except she took it well. Like her mom was showing me her dishing up some stuff. Okay, let's see who we got here. Okay, I'm hearing the name Brand. There was a young man, not a young man. How old were you? Maybe he was a young man. He does look like he's pretty young. I would say in his late 20s to early 30s. And I'm hearing Brandon Brody, this BR name. Thank you, Gina. Okay. And I'm hearing Uncle Brandon, Uncle Brody, this BR name. He's acknowledging, it could be because it's BR, he's acknowledging that he was the fun one. He was the one who was always, cutting up, having fun, really teasing. Like the party didn't start until he got there. He's also acknowledging, again, these are his words. I don't necessarily agree with how he's wording this, but I'm going to tell you what he's saying. That he battled his own demons is what he is saying. Okay, looks like Miss Gina is taking him. All right, Miss Gina, I'm going to ask you to go live. Okay. It was a BR name. I'm sorry, just as I asked Gina to go live, I was answering a question. It was a BR name. All right, Miss Gina, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. And where are you located?
Pennsylvania.
Ah, Pennsylvania. Is that where P-Town is? I hear people talking about that lately. Provincetown? Where's Provincetown? That's Maine, right?
Excuse me?
Is P-Town Maine?
I don't know.
All right. We'll move on. Me, my geography, huh? All right. So who is this to you?
My son.
Oh, your son. Now, he's an uncle?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And did he become an uncle after he passed?
I mean, I think, wait, I'm trying to think. Is he uncle?
Do you have other children that
Yes,
have
I do. No, wait. He Wouldn't be an uncle. Sorry. No. Um, he
Who?
wouldn't.
Okay, does he have good friends that has? Because he's showing me someone very close to him has had children since he passed, and so that would make him an uncle. But it could
Yeah,
be.
he does. He has a friend that he called bro.
Okay.
And he had a son that actually he had a son that he had him calling him uncle.
Okay. Very good. That's it. I was like, I just needed to clarify that piece of information because it was very important to your son that we did that.
He had his son calling his best friend uncle.
Okay.
Uncle Ryan. He would call him Uncle Ryan.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now that we have that clarified, he is talking about. I'm so sorry, Gina, because he is showing me that every time the holidays come around, you think that this holiday season is going to be better or easier, and your son is acknowledging that you have yet to face a holiday season that was any better. Might be different.
Right. I thought this one was going to be better, and it's worse, actually.
Yes. And he is acknowledging that, and that's the reason I said I was sorry, because he instantly just gave me such a heart for you and what you're going through. And I asked him why, and he is showing that with each, and he's giving me chills as I'm saying this, with each season that passes, it's more solidifying in your mind that he's really not coming back on
Yeah.
Earth.
And more loss.
And what?
More loss.
Yes. 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 And I hear you, I just hear you saying, when is it going to stop? When is it going to stop?
Yeah, 6 months after he passed, my mom passed. He's been gone a year in October. My mom was gone April. And
Who is I'm sorry to interrupt, but real quick, your son's showing me something. Who is your son over there with, who is a male who's been gone 3 years? Is it it feels like a grandfather energy to him.
it would actually, he's probably referring to my dad, but it's actually 7 years.
He's still showing me, let's see. I was looking at the calendar to see if I could figure this out. He's showing me 3. He's definitely showing me the number 3. Did your dad die in March? Was his birthday in March? It has something to do with 3.
No, he died. So my dad and my son both died in October. He died Halloween, October 31st.
Wow. Okay. If you were,
My son, actually, you know what? My son actually died on the 3rd. He was pronounced dead on the 3rd of October.
okay, very good, very good.
His accident happened on the 2nd, but he was brain dead,
Okay,
and they pronounced him the 3rd.
okay, okay.
So that might be where the 3rd is.
Yes, yes, yes. So this is back. If y'all have been on here for a while, the same thing happened. The last lady is like, I'm sorry when I get like a dog with a bone, but when the spirit is showing me something, I know it's for a reason. And he kept writing this number 3, this number 3.
The 3rd is also his brother's birthday,
Very good.
and his brother has actually disowned me since his death.
Okay. You know, so instantly when you said that, your other son, and it's kind of, I want to say mess. I was looking for another words, but your son was giving me words. So when y'all see me stumble over words, it's because I don't like the ones that Spirit is giving me, but they're not letting me find new ones. So I'm just going to tell you what your son in Spirit is saying about the son here on earth. He's saying that he's just messed up, Mom. He's messed up. He's messed up in the head. So those are words that you would have known your son in Spirit to say, because those aren't words that I say. That's not the way I verbalize things.
Right.
And he is telling that your son, who is on earth, has taken these little things, like he's making you responsible for everything that has gone wrong in his life, instead of taking responsibility for his own actions and his own choices. Do you know that to be true?
Kind of. I mean, I could have took your other reading as well, because the uniform,
Mm-hmm.
he actually wears a uniform. I'm actually separated from my husband as well. That has happened just this September.
Mm-hmm.
So my son died last October. My mom died April of this year. I separated September 2nd from my husband of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And my son, my other son, who is on earth, is a deputy sheriff. My husband is a paramedic. So I could take the uniforms as well.
He is more of talking about, and so I'm just going to tell you how your son in spirit is wording this, that you have become the scapegoat.
Yeah.
Everything that has gone wrong in the family, instead of understanding that you are a human trying to make your way on this planet just like the rest of us, they have held you to a standard that is unrealistic, and you've become the scapegoat.
Yeah, I can take that.
And your son is telling you, I'm going to show you what he's saying. And Lord, do I know it's so much harder than what he's saying, but he's doing this, like, brush it off, Mom, brush it off. You have survived the hardest things a person could survive. You've lost a child. And he is saying, and you survived, Mom, you will survive this. You will survive this. He is saying to don't lose your faith. And when he is saying that, he's not showing me you losing your faith. He's showing me just in God, but he's very much differentiating. He's showing me a Bible and putting it beside and just showing me my representation of God. Like, don't lose your faith in God. He will see you through this. And he is showing me you letting go of the reins, like ride this wave, but don't try to control it, if that makes sense.
Right.
Allow spirit to deliver its best. But he is saying, get a good lawyer. Have you gotten a lawyer yet?
Yeah. A divorce lawyer, is that what he means?
Yes.
That's been very difficult. I've had a very struggle trying to get one. And I have one now. I'm hoping that it's a good one. But I'm not sure.
This is not the right lawyer for you.
Oh, that's great.
I'm sorry. I knew that, like the way he was saying it, I knew that there was a struggle with finding a lawyer, or he wouldn't be addressing it.
I've gone through several of them and it's not worked.
Where are you located? Oh, in Pennsylvania, you said?
Yeah, near Harrisburg.
Harrisburg.
I've not been able to get, I've gone through several of them and they usually take my consultation fee and then tell me that they can't help me.
Oh, sweet. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to put a call out right now to my viewers, if they're in the Harrisburg area and know a kick-ass divorce attorney, please put it in the comments. And if you send it to me later, then I will just make a TikTok and be looking for that, because an attorney can get one out of county, Fanny Pants said. A divorce attorney can make or break your case. And I'm hearing that you need a really good one. There's something that needs to be discovered. There's something hidden in this divorce. Assets or money. There's something that you need it really good.
Yeah.
You need a good attorney for.
Yeah, I do. And that's the problem. I haven't been able to get one and they're literally eating up all my money and it's not helping me.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm pulling a call out there to my followers. If y'all know a great divorce attorney in the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area, please put it in the chat. All right. Thank you, Miss Gina. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And that was very sweet. Her boy is very sweet, still looking out for his mama from the other side. So now y'all have seen this happen a couple of times in readings, and I make a joke about it, but it's not really a joke when I say I'm like a dog with a bone. It's because when Spirit is showing me something so clear. Okay, JO 2019. You are saying, you said something about your brother has been missing. So he hasn't been found yet? You're still actively looking for him? Is that what you're saying? I need some clarification. Yes, we are worried he isn't. Okay, so JO 2019, I want you to private message me. You can either do that on TikTok or you can send me an email. If you go to the link in the bio, it will take you to my website and there's contact information on there. So message me and I will set up a free private reading with you with someone who I am mentoring, who also is, we've been working on finding people and that type of thing. So please message me right away and I will set that up. Reason I say okay, very good. Reason I say do it quite right away because we have a meeting here in the next couple of days. I'll put you in on. All right. Very good. Very good. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Let's see who is next. Okay, I'm hearing this next person is stepping up. She is a female. Do I have a live schedule this week? I haven't been getting, I haven't been going live. I do health readings somewhat. It's I usually just go through whichever spirit is stepping up. So I haven't done a live schedule. I haven't been live in a while because I had some health issues come up. My cancer is rearing its ugly head again. And when you have some information that throws you off like that, it just takes you a minute to rally, or at least it did me. I'm not saying it takes everyone a little while to rally, but stage 4 cancer is no joke. All right. This next person stepping up is a female, and I'm hearing the name Tori, like around her. Tori. Oh, and I wrote it down. I didn't even, it's Tori is what I wrote down. She's letting me know that she passed young. How old were you? I'm hearing in her 40s. Do you have this spirit, Dee? Did you double link with the spirit I have, this Tori?
I did earlier. I didn't this one.
Not this one, the one earlier?
Yeah, the one earlier.
Oh, she just kept having me want to ask you that, so I'm not sure why she was asking me that. Okay, this person passed in her 40s. Feels like it was cancer. And I'm seeing her going to the doctor, but they didn't take her seriously. She said she didn't take herself seriously. And when I say, what does that mean? That says a lot about how funny she was. Some comments on this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. What if someone was saying something not great? I just got a notification from TikTok that someone was saying that some of the comments had been filtered. Don't you love that? All right, so I'm hearing the name Tori around this person. She's letting me know she passed in her 40s, that she was funny, that she had gone to the doctor and they didn't take it seriously. And she said, but I didn't take myself seriously. Like, she thought she was really losing her mind. She was having aches and pains and couldn't really identify the source or what was going on. She truly felt like she was crazy. She knew that something was wrong, but when the doctors kept saying, there's nothing wrong, she's like, okay, maybe it's just me. She's showing me that she had light hair. It looks blonde, but I don't think it was natural blonde. And she's saying, heck no. So she did have light hair, like blonde hair, but it was not natural. She did dye it. She is showing me how to wear this. Like, she was a heavier set person, but she did not care. She was going to wear the clothes she wanted to wear, and she dared anyone to say anything. Like tighter pants and shirts, and some people, when they're heavier, they want to wear bigger clothes to kind of hide it. She didn't care, and she says, "F them." Like, if they don't like the way she looks, then they shouldn't be looking at her. I love that attitude, actually. She's showing me that at her funeral. There were so many people, and she was cremated. So I'm not sure if they call it a funeral when they're cremated or not, but she was cremated. If this lady sounds familiar to you, please put a yes in the comments. I want to thank everyone who is liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate you. All right. Thank you, Sissy. I appreciate you. And thank you for the comment. Sissy made a comment on one of my videos asking me. She's like, I miss you. Where are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm recapping. There is a Tori, like Victoria, except shortened Tori name around this person. She's letting me know she died, I'm going to say in her 40s, but if you said it was early 50s, I could take that. She had blonde hair, or light hair, but it wasn't natural. It was absolutely bleached, she is saying. She is making me feel like she passed from cancer and it wasn't taken seriously. And she's saying, I didn't take myself seriously. She'd gone to the doctor, they kept blowing her off, and she just felt like, well, maybe I'm losing my mind. She is showing me that she was it could be, yeah, I could take Terry instead of Tori. Yes, I could do that if everything else fits. She's also showing me that she was a heavier set person, but she didn't care. She doesn't know where she wanted to wear, like tighter clothes and shirts. Sometimes when people are heavy, they wear looser clothes to try to cover it up. But she's like, F them. They didn't like the way I look, then they shouldn't be looking at me. She's showing me that she was cremated, not buried. And there were so many people at her wake, funeral, celebration of life, whatever you want to call that. All right. Does this lady sound familiar to anyone? Sarah, does this person fit you? Thank y'all for liking and sharing my live. Okay, Sarah says it's not her. All right. Good morning. Hello, Crafty Judd. So this doesn't fit anyone on here? Okay, when I asked her, I said, this doesn't fit anyone on here. She says, I belong to, and it sounded like Gabby or Gabrielle, something like that. Gabrielle. Yes, can I recap? Oh, okay, so Gina is confirming some of this information about her son, because I said, no, he's saying that there's this uncle energy, uncle. Gina wasn't sure, but she was saying that she just talked to her son's best friend this morning, and he called Uncle Ryan for his son. I just remembered. So that's what I said, that, okay, there's an uncle energy around him, like a friend. And she's like, yes. So her son's best friend, they called bro. And then there was this uncle, they called him uncle. Okay. Thank you for confirming that, Gina. I appreciate you. Recapping on this lady, she passed in her 40s. If you said early 50s, I could take that. It was cancer. She's saying that she was going to the doctor, didn't feel right. But it took them a while to figure out what it was. She just thought she was going crazy because they kept saying, we don't know what's wrong with you. She had light hair, like blondish hair, but it was completely bleached. She is saying it was not natural. She is also saying that she was a heavier set lady, but she wore tighter clothes, like she didn't care what people said. She was going to wear what she wanted to wear, and she's like, F them. She was cremated, not buried. There were so many people at her wake or funeral. She's also telling me that she belongs to a Gabby or Gabrielle. This Gabby or Gabrielle energy she belongs to. The name I'm hearing associated with her is Tori. Someone that asked earlier if it could be Terry. Yes. All right. Does this same person sound familiar to anyone on here? Oh, are we about to have a spirit go unclaimed? I do not like leaving my lives with a spirit unclaimed, but I have to go. I have another appointment coming up. And I'm sure that person does not want me to be late for their reading. I'm so sorry, honey. Sissy says she's struggling today. Let me send you some energy real quick. All right. Yes, Tori could also be Victoria. All right, looks like we're going to have to leave this live with a spirit unclaimed unless someone's going to claim them real quick. I want to thank everyone who joined me today. I appreciate you. If y'all remember who this is, if y'all know who this is or it comes to you later, this will be on my YouTube channel in, I don't know, a few days. I have not put out a live schedule for this week. I'm trying to squeeze it all in. You're welcome, Stella. I do have a bunch of my doctor's appointments have just been ridiculous lately. I think that's the most annoying thing. Not the most annoying thing, but it's one of the annoying things about cancer is you end up giving half your life to doctor's appointments and just all the things it takes. I'm laughing because I was talking to someone who's in another country. So this will make you laugh. In another country, also has cancer. And it's in a country that has free healthcare. Now, this was not a client. It's a colleague of mine who I'm friends with, but it's just a sweet angel. But she was saying where she's from, she's like, but cancer's expensive here. I was like, what? And she's like, yes, we may have free healthcare, but do you know how expensive all those supplements and good food is? Good food is really expensive over here. Girl, you are talking to an American who every time I roll into a scan, no, I don't pay this. I do have insurance, but every time I roll into scans, you're talking 25, 30 grand. And in my area here in Nebraska, to buy organic food. So I just start with like I placed an order at Walmart the other day, half the organic, like I ordered like 5 organic fruits. They had 1. Then I switched over and went to Costco. They had like another organic food. And just to find it, plus the expense of it. And then she was talking about supplements. Yes, I spend like $500-$600 a month in just supplements. So if you're from another country, don't come complaining to an American about the cost of being sick. Because we will be like, you want to compare bills? Let's do it. All right. I want to thank everyone for being here today. I so appreciate you. And y'all have a blessed Tuesday.